What up, y'all? So we back again making the rounds talking about some physical media at Walmart. And this Walmart over here on a different side of town actually has a much better viewing, as you can see here on the shelf. I've already talked about Den of Thieves too. I checked this out. I thought it was a pretty cool movie. Never seen Love Hurts. Wicked. You know, I always kind of wanted to see that, even though I'm not a big fan of musicals. But the trailer did kind of sell me on it. They got it over here for $24.96 for the Blu-ray, $19.96 for the regular edition with the special slipcover. Of course, you got Venom, all three movies. No way in hell I'm wasting money on that bullshit. I didn't like any of it. Then, of course, you got Alien Romulus. You got The Order. You got this low budget America is Sinking. You got Deadpool and Wolverine, both Blu-ray and physical. You got My Hero Academia. Got that for $19.96. I heard a lot of people say that this movie was actually bad, which is Flight Risk, starring Mark Wahlberg. They got it on this special cover, Ultra 4K, $27.96. They got Flight Risk over here for Blu-ray, $22.96, and it in regular. And then as you can see, they got Red One. I never saw that. It's funny, so a bunch of movies I actually miss seeing out on. Ape vs. Mecha Ape. I wonder if this is any good. Who knows? They got it on the shelf for $12.96. And of course, on the top, you got Last Breath. This I saw a trailer for recently. I don't know how I missed this, but man, this sounds scary as hell. Last Breath, $17.96. Paddington in Peru for $19.96. And $29.96 for this. I still need to watch this too. I've seen the first two. Still need to cut up on the third one. And then over here on the other side, they got Detective Pikachu, 4K Ultra HD for $27.96. And of course, you got like this whole thing of Krampus, $32.96. This movie was good. Of course, Mario, $12.96. And some other stuff on here I have not seen before. I heard this was good, man. This is like crazy. But they got these special glasses that basically shows like all the false advertisements and everything. They got that for $24.96 over here on the shelf. And of course, if anybody's still a fan of the Hunger Games, they got all these movies for $5. Pumpkinhead, Dances with Wolves, Angels Fallen. I actually like these movies. These are actually really good, man. Some of these I would get just for the metal cases if I had somewhere to store these things. $29.96 down here in the bottom shelf. And then, of course, we get into the TV series. I've watched maybe like 4 seasons of The Walking Dead, and I started to actually fall off. So if anybody is a big fan of The Walking Dead, $115. They got the collector's edition for $130 over here, and Fear the Walking Dead for $59.96. Just letting y'all know right now. If you want to go to your local Walmart and try and pick that up. Never saw Game of Thrones. No idea what it's about. I missed the boat, and I'm okay with that. South Park, I was never a big fan of it. They got it for $49.96. As you can see, the first 10 seasons. I think the show's still going on strong. $49.96 for complete 10 seasons. Hunger Force. This TV show is so stupid, but I love watching it. $59.96. Breaking Bad. I missed the bus on this too. I didn't see this either. $54.96 for the whole complete series. Let's see if there's anything else up here I haven't seen. Baywatch. Big fan of Baywatch. Loved it as a kid. $49.96. Of course, you got the Wayans Bros. Who couldn't watch this? $49.96. Cheers. I seen a little bit of Cheers, but Cheers wasn't my big thing to watch. All the other stuff from whatever this is, Becker, the Babylon, the Battlestar Galactica, never checked it out. And of course, they got some old stuff mixed in with some new stuff on the shelf over here, as you can see. Most of the stuff over here I've never actually seen. The Flash, loved it all the way until season 4, season 5. I tried to get back into it, but it kind of fell off pretty quickly. But if you're a fan, they got it for $99.96. Old school Batman right here. I believe from like the 70s for $29.96. SpongeBob, if you're a fan, for $59.96. Pokemon Indigo League. Man, I haven't seen this stuff in years. Dukes of Hazzard. This is one of my favorite, $59.96. Let me see, The Office. I never seen it. They got I Love Lucy, saw it, $39.96. Was a big fan of that. All in the Family, loved it, $54.96. Spartacus Blood in the Sand, loved it, See what else they got down here. Supernatural. I watched some of it. My brother put me on. Big shout out to my boy House. I always keep meaning to watch this. I keep meaning to watch this from beginning to end. I never get into it though. For the 96, but it's such a good TV show. And that's basically it for this side. So some pretty cool stuff over here, man. If y'all want to check any of this out, if you're a big fan of TV shows, I need to get like a DVD player somewhere, man. I can buy it for cheap because I really want to get into getting physical media. I know I kind of missed the boat when it was at its peak when all the places were selling it like hotcakes. So really, it's only regulated to Walmart now and probably Barnes and Noble. But there's a lot of TV shows and things I really want to just sit back and watch again, just to have that nostalgic, reminiscent feel. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on over here, back to the regular movies. What do we have over here? The Cleaner. I actually did a trailer reaction to this starring Daisy Ridley, man. It's like anything outside of Star Wars, man, she just cannot hit on. And I did not get a chance to even watch that movie. I didn't really plan on watching it. It did look like it was my cup of tea. Weekend and Tappy. I did a trailer reaction to this. Didn't get a chance to watch that either. We got some other stuff over here, such as Alien Rubicon. I wonder if this is like a lower budget version. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think this is like 2 movies. Oh no, 3 movies. Loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up. At least this Yu-Gi-Oh! I know they have like different versions, right? What else do they have over here? Anything y'all see, y'all looking at, y'all like, y'all see this interesting? The Joker. I can go with the first Joker. Fuck fully do. I ain't even see that movie and I don't want to see it. Beetlejuice. I still gotta see that. I haven't seen it. They got it for $17.96 over here though. And then of course you got anybody that's a Star Wars fan. They got the Metal Team collectors for Ahsoka and Mandalorian. I ain't gonna be getting Star Wars because I'm not a big fan of it. It's never been my thing. So of course moving on over here to the other side where the movies are at. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I still gotta see this. There's so many movies I need to see because I don't know how I missed the boat. I just never got to the theater and saw this. I'll probably check it out and do a review because I've seen all the other ones. They got it for $17.96 right here. They got The Crow for $12.96. I heard this was straight garbage. I watched the old school one back in the 90s with with the legendary, I forgot the name of the actor, I'm so sorry. But I didn't get a chance to see this, but I heard this was garbage. And I didn't realize that was the guy from who played Pennywise in It 2 in the first one, you know what I'm saying? And then of course you got The Trap. Somebody said this was good. We got it for $12.96. Blink Twice, $12.96. Dune, there's a lot of Dune fans out there. They got a Blu-ray, $17.96. 2-film collection, $19.96. Furiosa, a Mad Max series, $12.96. Bad Boys, Ride or Die. You know what? I did not really care for this movie. I'm pretty sure I said this on plenty of times, but I did not care for this movie. It just wasn't as good to me as the third film. I'm starting to forget what the title of the third film was, but they got it over here for $19.96 for the Blu-ray, $14.96 for the digital. And of course, they got Twister. I don't know if this Twister was any good. I did watch the OG Twister, man. The OG Twister was always a classic. I know the new one wasn't really like a sequel. It was kind of like its own thing. I don't think there's any mentions of the first film except for the machine that they used, but that's it. And then you got Godzilla, race is called A New Empire, $14.96 for the Blu-ray and $12.96 for the regular. This movie was alright. The movie mostly focused on Kong. Godzilla really took a backseat. He didn't really do anything to the end of this movie. I do kind of like the pink look. It looks cool. This movie, trash. I'm not going to say it, okay? I didn't like for this movie. It was not good. It was boring. 1996. The story was stretched on too long. You had too many characters. The story had to bounce back and forth to focus on, and it really took me out of the movie. You got A Quiet Place Day One. I think this one kind of missed the boat because I think everybody kind of got over A Quiet Place movies. It just hasn't been, as far as I know, there hasn't been a lot of talk about this since it came out. This right here was really, really good. I grew up on a lot of Godzilla movies, especially the ones from overseas. I had a bunch of those. This one right here was real good. $14.96. I can't wait for them to drop a sequel. Cannot wait. Anybody got some anime stuff they into? You can see different animes right here. Borderlands right here. Didn't see that, but I don't think anybody really was going to the theater to check that out. The Wild Robot. I heard that was a good one. I want to see that. Of course, Beetlejuice. I don't know how the hell I missed this. But they got it for $14.96 over here on the shelf. But the first one was good. I've gone back and watched it several times. So, yeah, that's that. And of course, on the bottom shelf, Transformers 1. Still need to see that. 1686. I heard that was good, but the marketing for it just wasn't really good, especially the first trailer. Oh, man. So, Rambo. I think the only thing I've seen in Rambo is like the last one. And of course, they got The Last of Us. So everybody always gets her character. You got the Scorpion King. The only one I recognize, as I said before, is the first one with The Rock. Men in Black trilogy. I actually did like Men in Black International. Way different from what you had with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. But, you know what? I actually enjoyed it. I wish we would have got a sequel to it, or at least a team up with all four of them in the same movie, especially when Tommy Lee Jones was a little bit younger. You know what I'm saying? Afro Samurai, can't go wrong with this. Watched it as a kid. Yu Yu Hakusho, yes. Thought it 296. Loved that as a kid. I still want to see this, man. It's like 18 films. I grew up a big Batman fan with all these movies. I grew up a big Batman fan, for real, man. Batman is still my dude to this day. It's like Batman, Superman, because they were like the big two that were always on TV. Of course, you got 24.96 for Master vs. Godzilla vs. Kong, a 5-film collection. This year, Fast and the Furious 10-movie collection. This is kind of a hit and miss, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with this last movie. Some people were saying online that they were probably trying to restart it, which I think is really stupid. I think they should have did that with the last one they had Paul Walker in. I think like the 5th one, but who knows? Ultimate Collection. You already know I have a hate-love relationship with Jurassic World. 29.96 for all the films. I love the first 2 films in the Jurassic Park series. Wasn't a fan of any of the Jurassic World films except for the first one. That one was okay. I can go back and watch that one. But the rest of the films, oops, sorry, y'all, wasn't into. 8, Spider-Man collection. You know what? I got a love-hate relationship with the Spider-Man movies, man. The last one was good. The first one was good. The one in the middle didn't really do anything for me. And of course, anybody a big fan of Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Divergent. I don't know why this is on the shelf. The book, I read the first 2 books, never... Did I ever finish the third one? I think I did, but I couldn't get into it, man. The movies, I know once they take a different turn from the books, they start getting bashed by the fans. And that's what happened with the Divergent series. Once they got to the 3rd film, fans were just not happy with it. And of course, you got The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. I remember going to see the first Lord of the Rings movie, and I remember it ended on a cliffhanger. First time I ever went to the movie theater, and the movie ended on a cliffhanger. Beavis and Butthead, classic, 24.96. Twilight Saga, 39.96. Both Beetlejuice films. Power Rangers, I already want this. Wednesday, I gotta watch season 1 because I did the trailer reaction. Season 2, loved it. Beetlejuice, awesome. This, I'm pretty sure, is gonna be kick-ass because it's like old school Superman and Friends. Then, of course, you got Ed, and Eddie, Dexter's Laboratory, Danny Phantom. Yeah, there was actually a story. They got this for 1796. I actually had to go online and read what happened after Danny defeated his evil older self. And coming to find out, they kind of did like a time thing where they, you know, kind of how to like change the story a little bit. If you find it online, you understand what I'm saying. And of course, moving on, you still got some other cool stuff. 8 film collection of Friday the 13th for 24.96. So I really honestly need to get some type of DVD player from somewhere cheap and get it collecting physical media, because physical media you can't mess with. Where digital media can be changed, it can be messed with. But this Walmart over here on this other side of town has a better stock and a better looking view than what the other one I have is closer to me. Ooh, they got Captain Planet. 69.96. I love that show as a kid. Shrek is awesome. I like some of the movies, not all. The boring movies, I really only like the first 3. Once they start getting to the Jeremy Renner ones, didn't care for it. They can take this off the shelf. Captain America, can't go wrong with, I think, with any of these. I'd watch all of them again. I'll watch all of them again. I really only like the first Black Panther film, man. I think Shuri needs to go back to just being the sister with the tech, and they need to bring somebody else in. That's just my 2 cents. Thor, I loved the first film. Didn't care for the second one. Been too long since I've seen it, so I can't recall too much. 3rd film was cool. I think the 4th film was straight hot trash. Hot trash. I was, like, seriously getting pulled out of that movie. It was crazy. But they got it for $39.96. And, of course, you got Guardians of the Galaxy over here. 3-film collection. I've only seen the first 2. Liked the first one. Didn't care for the second one. Gotta watch the 3rd one. Deadpool and Wolverine. I've seen the first one and the 3rd one. They got it for $49.96. If you're interested in that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cars. I love Cars. 1986. Yeah. But this is the Turtles I grew up on. When they're the Turtles from the 90s, I had all this on VHS. Big shout out for my grandma for looking out for me when it came to the Turtles. But they got it over here for $29.96. And keep it going, keep it going. Because you got both Spider-Man films, Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. The first one was great. The second one was too long, didn't care for it. I wish we would already get the third film already to end the series, but who knows. This over here, Avatar, straight legendary. Watched the whole season. Loved the live action. Binge watched it. It was awesome. Pocahontas. I had a lot of female cousins, so I was always watching this growing up, okay? This was cool. Some of the newer stuff never really got into. WALL-E is good. Up is legendary. Tarzan is legendary. Finding Nemo is legendary. Incredibles is legendary. Surprised we ain't got a third film in that series. So a lot of Disney stuff. And Jumanji. I would get this 3-film collection because I liked all 3 films. 1986. Can't wait for a 4th one. Hopefully everybody comes back for it. Jimmy Neutron, legendary. This old school Where Are You, Scooby-Doo, The Jetsons. Man, they got some legendary stuff down here. Never got into this with animation. If y'all know, y'all know. I love these 2 Power Ranger seasons outside of the main continuity of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers all the way until In Space. These 2 of my favorite seasons outside of the Zordon era. Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder, 2 of the greatest seasons of all time. 1296, 1296 for both. Complete Thundercats, legendary. And I don't think I ever watched this, but I grew up a Transformers fan. Anyway, that's pretty much all for the movies. Let me know in the comment section below what y'all think about these videos. I'll keep doing them if y'all like them. Is there any movies on here y'all see that y'all like? Anything y'all want to pick up? Let me know in the comment section below. Check out my next video. Thank you for watching. Peace. I'm out.